Hello, Virgo, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I really do hope you're having a great day. It's been a very nice day here. It's winding down now. It was very warm, but not too hot and sticky. It was just beautiful, beautiful weather here. This will be your weekly reading for the week of July 6th through the 12th. And during that time, we have a waxing gibbous moon. I don't know if you've been watching it in the sky. It's been out in our western sky overnight, and it's just been beautiful in the clear nights. So anyway, waxing gibbous is a really good time for making adjustments and being flexible and kind of adjusting things on projects and things that you're working on. This could be, just things, projects that are just about you and becoming a better person, or even like a work project, but it's being open to making adjustments and being flexible about making changes as you're moving through. We will then enter into the full moon energy on the 10th, kind of moving into the 11th. And of course, that can be a time of heightened emotions. We can be prone to being a little overwhelmed or anxious. You might have changes in your sleeping patterns, like I certainly do. You may be snappy and irritable. I'm never irritable during a full moon. I'm actually in a really good mood and full of energy, but I don't like to sleep. I'm just on the go, go, go. So keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for the energies that you may or may not encounter, Virgo. So, of course, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. And your overall message for this reading, Virgo, you and your loved ones are safe. All right, let's see what the Virgo collective has going on. Anytime I see that card, I think of natural disasters, that sort of thing. So if you're in an area that is prone to things like that, just make sure, like if you're in an earthquake zone, what do they say? Have your go bag. If you're in a tornado zone, watch the weather and make sure that you have a safe place to go to. Just kind of take all those little, just sometimes what do they say? Once a year, it's usually at the time change that you, kind of make sure that you change the batteries in your fire alarms in the house. But just make sure that you are kind of just prepared in case of whatever. That's really not bad advice for any of us. We should all be doing that depending on the zones that we live in. So, but for some reason, that card, that the you and your loved ones are safe card, has come up a few times during some certain natural disasters and things that were going on. So just keep that in mind. All right, Virgo. Also, my weekly reminder this week is that you notice the world around you today when it comes to, or this week when it comes to synchronicities. And of course, not just this week, but every week. And this could come in the form of an animal that you come across that maybe you don't see every day. This could be repeating numbers, patterns, songs, conversations. But watch for those synchronicities. Those are your little clues and breadcrumbs on your unique path that the universe is kind of tossing out there to help you. And once you start seeing them, you cannot unsee them. They're just there. It's almost like a whole secret language that's going on, but pay attention to those. All right, Virgo, July 6th through 12th, you and your loved ones are safe. Your overall present energy is the Strength card. So you and your loved ones are safe, and good thing you've got this inner strength really going for you. You know how to tame not only your inner world but also the outer world. You're just a very strong person, and you'll be just fine. Your current situation is the Page of Swords. So our pages are like our juveniles of the deck. It's usually a new path that we're talking about. So this could be a new way of thinking for you. This could be a new way of communicating. Could be as simple as a new app on your phone that you're going to find a way to communicate differently with your family or friends or whatever. Just a way of communicating. It could be that you have decided to speak in a more positive manner, for example, too. You're going to stop saying, negative things, or, but it's just some new way in the way of thinking or communicating with the page there. And you're doing it out of strength for sure. What is at the root of your situation is the Ace of Pentacles. So you might be forced to communicate in a new manner about something involving the material world. Here comes this new pentacle at you. This could be, a new job. This could be a side gig that's starting to pay money. This could be a new material thing. It might be a new car. Maybe you have to learn how to, um, think about your new car, take care of a new vehicle, right? Or, there's something different about that. Just some material thing that is, that just involves your time and energy that comes into you, right? Again, it could be monetary, but it could just be a thing. It could just be a thing that you have to know. You have to maybe learn how to take care of it. In your recent past is the Queen of Pentacles. So you come into this with an understanding of kind of how things work, how the material world works, not only for you, but the people in your kingdom. So, hopefully if this is just new money that's coming into you, and you're just going to have to learn how to manage it, in the proper manner. What is on your mind this week is the Ace of Cups. Look at you. So the Ace of Cups comes in and it's something that you love. So, of course, this could be a person that you love, but it can also be a material thing. I mean, every week, sometimes you do just get new things that you love. If you're not, I think of uh, I love appliances. Okay, I have an ice maker. I'm an ice chewer. I love ice all year round. It doesn't matter. It could be below zero, and I have a cup of ice that I'm chomping on. Um, and I like to chew ice, but I I'm sure my dentist doesn't like me to chew the ice. And so this ice machine that I have makes the ice way softer. And so it's not like I'm crunching on hard rocks of ice. As soon as it sits in some water or liquid or whatever, it does get a little bit soft, very crunchy, probably better for my teeth. I love my ice machine. The Ace of Cups could represent something like that. Just something that comes into your life that you're like, oh my gosh, I can't live without this thing. I love this material thing, especially because it's combined here with the Ace of Pentacles. So, but again, it could be money that comes in and you're like, I love that money. I love that my bank account's more full. So it could be a new vehicle, like I said. So just think about that as things come in and out of your life this week. I'm sorry, I went off on a tangent there about my ice machine, but I really do love my ice machine. What is just ahead of you is the Two of Pentacles. So while all of this is going on, you're kind of juggling things. And maybe again, that's why this page is here. It's a new way to manage money. And if you need to seek out advice, we are in the world that we're in right now. I always like to think if I'm having an issue with something, someone else has already done it, and I go to the internet and there's how they handled it. And it's like, oh, okay, live and learn from them. Or you read how three people handled it and you pick the thing. But if you're kind of juggling new money that's coming in, and like I said, maybe you're just like, where do I put this new money? How do I invest this new money? Then go, this Page of Swords is like, okay, well, now I have to learn about investing, or I'm going to learn about investing in Bitcoin, and you're going to take the time to really go learn that thing, because you're kind of juggling and trying to make sure everything's in the air. And it's probably because these new things are coming at you so quickly that you just have to learn how to manage them. In your advice position is the Hanged Man. So you certainly have a new perspective on things. Did you manifest this? That could change your perception. Did this just fall into your lap in some manner? That could change your perception. Just what's been going on that has made your perception change. And this is in your advice position, which means go ahead and let that perspective be changed, and let it be. This is a major arcana card. This is kind of a good um switch, a jolt that's jolting you into kind of a new reality. And again, I'll use manifestation again as the example, is that maybe you did ask the universe for something and it's coming to you. Did you put the time, the energy, the effort, everything in, but it's changing your perspective on maybe how you will do that in the future. So that's awesome. I love that you're getting a new perspective out of this. What is beyond your control this week is the Two of Wands here. So you're definitely thinking about the future. And this is really, you've got the world in your hands right now. And this is about reaching an achievement. And are you okay there, or would you like to go bigger? And that's kind of what this card asks you, is like, do you want to go even bigger, or is this enough for you? Are you okay where you are? And either of those is fine. It's just where you choose to be at the moment, and it's kind of beyond your control to at least have that question. Is like, is this enough for me? Or am I going to make this go even bigger? What is your secret desire, or what you're trying to avoid, is the Temperance card. Okay, so Temperance is about, you know, inspiration. It's about balance. It's definitely about harmony. It's about being just completely centered between that emotional world here of the water and the real material world. Okay. And it's standing in the middle of both of them and having balance, that you're able to just kind of balance your world, and you will be an inspiration to other people if they see you living your life like this. So the question for you is this your secret desire, is to have this balance and to be this inspiration to the world, or are you trying to avoid that? That'll be your big question of the week. I mean, I hope you're not trying to avoid that, because honestly, from your reading, I'm already inspired. I feel like you did manifest something. It's coming to fruition. It's changing your perspective, and you're having all the success about it. Um, you and your loved ones are safe, whatever that might mean for you. It might just mean that there is some sort of change in your living environment, or, but I feel like it's even an upgrade. I don't feel like it's anything negative there. In your outcome position is the Hierophant. So, the outcome is that you are maybe going to seek guidance. And it could be that this could be why you're at a tarot channel. You might be at some sort of crossroads right now, and you're like, I'm not really sure where to go. I'm not sure what is going on here. It might have, this new perspective is kind of just changing the way you look at things. Maybe it has increased your ability to have faith right now. And so, you may want to go to a church service and start exploring different religions, different churches. Try to find someone that can relate, like what's going on in the world to you, and kind of help you straighten that out and find a place in the way of worship. That's definitely what the Hierophant is. It's a guidance, someone who's able to lead a flock and guide you, and offer guidance that you can think about and use in your life on a day-to-day basis. All right, what is being hidden from you this week, Virgo, is the Five of Wands, which is definitely a card about debate, argument. And I don't see, I don't even think we've had another person besides here in this card here. There's no one else. This is an internal thing that you are going through right now. Um, it doesn't involve a lot of other people, and that's fine. So that's just something, it's not up for debate. This is something that you are noticing changing about your world. This is your new perspective that's coming about, and you're not really, consulting other people, which is fine. You are allowed to do that. All right, let's get a final message here from the Soul Oracle deck. Final message for Virgo as they kind of go through this new perspective change with this new ace coming in, these new Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles, these new aces, new things for you. I'm kind of thinking about the future here and holding your balance. Engage higher reason. So, that's kind of where the Hierophant comes in. And you may just need to, like I said, it might be why you're at a tarot channel today, seeking out that sort of thing. You maybe had something go on that you're like, oh, I need someone to help me straighten that out. And I hope that this reading does that. I mean, there's not a lot of conclusions here right now, except for telling you to keep seeking, and to hold on to that new perspective. There's something that's happened to you that you do have a new perspective, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing if you're seeking that out and kind of fleshing that out, into the world, and trying to figure out, exactly what that means for you. And something transformative has obviously happened to you, and I think that's pretty incredible. All right, this is the deck. It's the Self-Care Wisdom cards from Cheryl Richardson. I started pulling these cards last week during the reading, and I love the cards. They're very pretty, and I love all the messages on them. So let's get one here. Virgo, July 6th through 12th, as they go through this new perspective change. And the card that's going to come out here is Energy. Show you a picture on that card. Stop trying to please everyone. Wow, Virgo. Shocker there. Everyone is a whole lot of people. Protect your energy. This card came up earlier today. I'm trying to remember which reading it was. I don't think it was Leo. Anyway, I can't remember. But yeah, stop trying to please everyone, Virgo. I have some Virgo in my chart, and I'm guilty of this as well. You can't do it. And I know that you want to. I understand. But you have to sometimes take some time to just please yourself, right? You just can't please everybody. That's a lot of people. Protect your own energy. Please yourself. Don't be so self-critical, and don't be such a perfectionist. Reach out, ask for help. Delegate things. Do that, because I know I understand that energy. I really do understand that Virgo energy. So, Virgo, I do appreciate your time here with me today. Whatever this new perspective and this new thing that you're going through, I think it's pretty incredible. It looks like it's been very eye opening for you. You are thinking about the future. If you are seeking some things out right now, I was in your same position at one point. I've always, was always curious about tarot. And it was actually for me, it was during COVID. It was the first time in my life that I just didn't have a place to go. I didn't have to go do, and I was just at home with my older kids who were very busy all day with their schoolwork and things. And so I took the time to learn how to read these tarot cards. And it was something I was always interested in, something I always wanted to do. And I kind of get that feeling from you right now that maybe you've had some sort, and there were other things that kind of led up to that for me, by the way. Someday maybe I'll make a video about that. But if you've had some perspective change and you're here at a tarot channel for a reason, there's a reason. There's a reason you're here learning these things. And tarot readers were very helpful to me during that time. They still are. I listened to quite a few readers. So anyway, I hope that this reading is of some help to you and some comfort to you this week, and that you can take away and use something. Of course, if you're comfortable sharing, Virgo, drop me a message down below. Let me know what this new perspective is and how did you arrive there? Did you have some big synchronicity or some big thing happen to you in your past that kind of brought in these new aces for you? Are you manifesting things? Are you learning how to do that? Anyway, I do post weekly, so come back next week and we'll see if this energy continues or if there's something completely new here for you. Also, of course, if you like my reading style, please like and subscribe. It really does help my channel, but most importantly, it'll help you find me next week. So, Virgo, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.